Hello everybody, it is I, Cool, back again, and today I'm going to be reviewing Dale Earnhardt Jr. So for those who don't keep up with real world NASCAR, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is the son of famous driver Dale Earnhardt. And he's become quite the popular driver. He's overall a pretty well-loved person in real life, had 26 wins, retired around 2017. Now, Dale Earnhardt Jr., the character in Cars, has sort of gone on to have a life of his own, being pretty iconic in the Cars fandom. He was a pretty common release, being released almost annually until 2010. Alright, so here's the part that everyone knows. At some point, one point or another, the contract between Dale Earnhardt Inc. and Dale Earnhardt Jr. Ended, and because of some copyright stuff with Dale's mother, he can't be re-released legally anyway. So the interesting thing about that is recently there have been reveals that Dale Jr. has indeed gotten back the license to specifically use the number 8 font here. That's sort of the main trademarked design thing here. He also has the Dale Earnhardt Inc. logo on the hood. Now, I don't know if he's ever going to be re-released because I believe he still doesn't own the full car design, or at least you can't use that logo. So I'm really wondering what's going to happen with this guy. Just in case he never comes back, I want to make sure to get his China variant. Even if they do re-release him, I've heard people say that they're not going to make his unique model because Dale is a unique model here. And so I really wanted to experience the magic of owning a classic item like this. And I decided to get him new in box because I want Dale to be in absolutely amazing condition. Unfortunately, that doesn't mean I have to open the box. But the good thing is, it's a 2008 card back, which is probably one of my least favorite card backs. It's pretty basic, but it's still going to be a little shameful because, there aren't going to be any more Dales in boxes. But, it had to be done. I really like his stock art here. He has all the iconic secondary sponsors. Feel free to read them. I believe he's supposed to have a red trimmer on his wheels. Doesn't have that. His wheels do appear to be slightly gray, but they're a bit too gray on the diecast. Oh well. Pretty solid. Got the World of Cars logo. Very retro. Nowadays they just use a regular Cars logo. Ages 3+. He was number 23 in the 2008 mainline. Collect Cars character by number. Look for new models and old favorites. I really like the roster they have on the back here. A pretty solid mainline, I'd say. For the first Cars movie, they didn't have a lot to pull from, so they chose a lot of just interesting variants. Mostly just main variants that people really want. It's a shame we don't get these main guys anymore. And look at all these. I believe I have him. Have that guy. Obviously have Dale now. Lightning McQueen. Technically I have him. Brandon Mater. And made in China. Each sold subject to availability. Color and decoration may apply. Even the Cars movie website address. They don't do that anymore. Obviously Cars is pretty old now. Nearly 20 years. Can you believe that, guys? Alright, enough beating around the bush. Let's get this boy out of here. I'm going to make sure to treat the card back as nicely as I can. Oh, wait, I almost forgot where they put the copyright info. It's back. It's on the bottom. See, because this is a bubbled card, so that's where you put them. Oh, that's so cool. You can see all the Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Dale Earnhardt Inc. trademarks. Trade dress names, likenesses, and copyrights are used under the authorization of Dale Earnhardt Inc. 2007, Dale Earnhardt Inc. Here he is out of the box, and he looks beautiful. Interestingly, they use a sort of clamshell, which I was not expecting. I thought older packaging just used the sort of single shell style, but no, they use the dual. That's pretty cool. All right, carefully now. Alright, here he is out of the box, and he looks absolutely amazing. I cannot believe I finally own this guy. I've been wanting him for years now. He's so iconic. Oh, hold on. Oh, please don't be a chip. think that is a chip. Oh, that stinks. He has a bit of a chip on the front here. It's given the course. China quality control wasn't the best. Thailand's been doing a bit of a better job with that. But here's his classic face, iconic. Number 8 on the headlight. I believe for a time he was number 88, which is going to be really interesting when we get to the side here because he has a shadow 8, so it kind of looks like 88. But no, he's number 88. He's number 8 in cars. Has raised eyelids, I believe. Are they raised? They don't feel raised. Okay, they are. Oh, there's another chip. All right. I'm getting turned around. He has the Dale Earnhardt ink on the front. Love that. Lightyear. Something they would apply to later Piston Cup racers in the third movie is Lightyear text over the wheels. They didn't do that for Cars 1, as you can see with Chuck Armstrong. So yeah, he's actually the last Cars 1 racer I needed that has speaking lines. And one of the last Cars characters from the first movie. Actually, no, there's quite a few Cars characters that have speaking lines I'm missing from my collection. I would love to get more at some point. Alright, how does he roll? Oh, please not have broken wheels either. No? Alright, he's good. There's the base. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's sick. They printed the Dale Earnhardt ink on the bottom. That's so cool. Oh man, they really went all out for this guy. I think he even has unique rims. There's the secondary sponsors. There's the Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the top. On the side, Dale Earnhardt ink. Gas cap. It's really nice getting another Piston Cup racer. Let's see here. Other side. And I already showed the base. So Dale is a character that I don't have really much more to say on. He's just super cool to finally have. I like his face. I like his model. It's pretty slick. I really like how smooth it is at the front. Pretty just iconic model. I believe a lot of people would love to own this guy to turn into a custom or something, but I like just to keep him as is. I'm not sure if I'm going to display him in box or with my Piston Cup racers or what, but I don't know. I'm just happy to have this guy. Such an iconic Cars diecast and tribute to a real-life racer who's just as good as his father, I'd say. All right, let's get a group shot in. I don't really do this all the time, but I feel like I have to. Here he is next to probably the other most iconic racer, the King. All right, now let's get him in the middle. You know, fun fact, there's actually a magazine that mixed him up with Lady McQueen, which I think is extremely funny. Chick and Chuck Armstrong, because it's funny. Well, that's all I have to say, so I hope you all enjoy the review, and I shall see you all around. Bye-bye!